everyone, Draco Magnius here for another episode of Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward. In the last episode, we did our first AB game and voted to ally ourselves with Luna. Hopefully she reciprocated that so we could get 2 BP. If not, this is gonna be awkward. As Fi and I stepped out of the AB room, I could see others running toward the monitor, shoving and pushing to get closer. Temiyoji was left behind, his footsteps slow, a slow, heavy plod. What had happened to make him like that?
What was that, Sigma?
Huh?
Don't play dumb. You chose ally.
Yeah?
Didn't you hear me?
Oh, I heard you. I just thought that, Luna would probably hit ally.
I told you that if your BP drops to 0, you die.
Yeah, I heard you. A whole second before the deadline. How can you expect me to think anything through that quick? It would have taken like half a second just to process what you said.
No, you could have done it.
What?
The brain's processing power increases during a crisis. It starts working so fast that a second can seem like an eternity.
Well, then I guess I hit it because I thought it was the right thing to do.
Your brain was doing that right before time ran out, wasn't it? Well, am I wrong?
Well, I mean, to be fair, I contribute that to time-stopping powers of the game, but yeah. What the hell are you talking about? Okay, fine. Let's be generous and say, hypothetically, that you're right about the crisis overclocking thing. How would you know whether or not my brain was doing that? Did you crack open my skull while I wasn't looking? You just wedge a microscope in there and have a look at my neurons? Let me be straight with you. Your shit is whack, yo. Sorry, I feel like whenever someone says the word whack, it requires to be followed with yo. Like, you can't just say whack and not follow it with a yo. Anyway. Like, hella whack, yo. I mean, you just know stuff you shouldn't. Stuff like my name, or how your BP hits 0, you die. You told me you don't know why, but more and more, I'm starting to think you've been lying to me.
Yo, what's up? Siggy! But no! Hey, what are you kids doing over there? We're about to announce the results.
Oh boy!
Let's go.
Okay.
Time to see what the results are.
Alright.
Maybe it's different this time.
What? Different this time? Do you have time travel powers? Are you going on an Undertale-esque redoing your mistakes? Huh? This time? Hey! Fi, hold on! Shit.
Good. Looks like you're all here.
Finally.
Let's get ready to rock! Ambidex game! Round 1! The results!
If everybody would please direct their eyes to this monitor.
I am both nervous and excited. Whew! Okay. Let's get a good look at this. Okay, Kay and Clover. They chose Betray. Alice shows out like, damn, that's cold, Clover. person you knew, you just straight up betrayed. I mean, I guess they both agreed to it, but damn. Wait, why did the pair get 6? Huh. Weird. Alright, now let's look at Dio and Quark. They chose betray Temioji. I'm pretty sure that's Dio's hand in the matter. And, Temioji chose to ally. All of the solo people chose ally. We were the only people in a pair that chose to ally instead of betray. Everyone else was greedy for those points. Where our group was, well, me specifically was just like, no, I trust Luna to pick ally.
Here are the results from your game. Now, let us check the numbers on our bracelets.
Nice. Thanks, Luna.
Oh, no, it's nothing. You don't have to thank me. I only did what anybody would have done. I believed in you and Phi.
Well, it's a good thing you believed in me, because Phi was ready to sell your ass up the river. When Luna glanced away, I threw Phi what could only be described as a smug grin. I can picture it in my head. Rather frustratingly, she didn't respond, only turned away unperturbed. I was about to press the issue when I heard Temioji's voice.
Quark, what happened?
No, it wasn't me. Mr. Dio tricked me.
Okay? I mean, that math checks out. That seems like something he would do.
He told me he'd pick ally. He promised.
And he's a lying asshole. Who'd have thought?
That's why I let him do the voting.
See, this is why you always check, Quark. It's a good lesson to learn. And I find that the people who accuse others are usually the people who are in some shit.
Is this true, Dio?
Dio!
Are you serious? This kid's full of shit.
What?
I didn't do squat. Quark was the one who decided how we were gonna vote. And you wanna know what he told me?
You just leave the voting to me, Mr. Dio. Grandpa's gonna choose to ally for sure, 'cause I'm his opponent on this one. I think we should betray. To be honest, I'm getting kinda tired of that grumpy old bastard. He's had a good life, but it's time for him to go.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like something Quark would say. I haven't known him for very long, but he is a child. Unless he's a sociopath, he wouldn't really talk this way.
What do you say we leave the old fart here and leave? I've got a plan. See? Don't worry about me. I'll just tell him you tricked me.
Okay, and if this were true, Dio, why the fuck would you admit to that immediately? It ruins the entire ploy.
He'll believe whatever I tell him. Besides, if he still trusts me, that'll make it easier to use him again later. What do you say, Mr. Dio? Pretty good plan, huh?
Yeah, and again, telling him this now will just get him to betray you later. Your entire story makes no fucking sense, Dio.
Alright, let's do it.
You're lying.
Yeah, no shit.
I never should have trusted you.
You really shouldn't have.
Dio! You're a lying jerk.
Sure, kid, keep whining. See if I care.
Grandpa, you believe me, right?
Don't let this brat fool you, old man. All of this is just part of his plan.
Again, if that were the case, why the fuck would you tell him? It ruins everything for you, too!
You bastard! I'm not gonna let you get away with this!
That's enough, Quark. Don't lose your temper. How long have I known you? I could be deaf and blind, and I'd still know if you were lying to me.
Really?
You're just as gullible as he said you'd be. Hook, line, and sinker. Let me give you a little warning, Tenmyoji. That little shit is a hell of an actor. I'll bet you money he's a born con man. I don't know what he is to you, but if I were you, I'd trust the kid as far as I could throw him, and at your age, that can't be much. You hearing me, old man? Keep an eye on him.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know the story behind Quark and Tenmyoji. But we know that they know each other. I honestly believe Tenmyoji when he says he'd be able to tell if Quark was lying. There's still the possibility of a dark side of Quark, like Dio says, but I trust Dio about as far as I can throw a 10-ton boulder, which is not at all.
It's all right. I understand.
In fact, it's one of the reasons why I'm so glad that I don't have to deal with Dio, because I knew I couldn't trust his ass.
I'm so sorry.
I apologize.
Alright, I mean...
This is very unfortunate.
It looked as though another argument had taken place while Quark and Dio were fighting. Whatever it had been about, it appeared to have resolved itself.
The past is the past. There's no point complaining about it. I'll just have to try and get those points back in the next AB game.
Which means she may be invested in betraying. I think we're gonna have to be with Alice next turn, because of the fact that the next doors are solid colors, meaning that it has to be, like, all three of us have to be the same color, right? I think.
Zero, when does the next round start?
What makes you think we'll be having another round?
Well, you said round 1. If there's a round 1, then there's likely a round 2.
Besides, didn't you say the goal of the AB game was to get 9 VP? That's impossible without a second round.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point.
Yeah. There's no way you could bullshit us, Rabbit.
You're right. There will be a second round.
When?
I don't know.
You don't know? You're the one who planned this shit!
Why not?
The voting happens when an AB gate opens.
They're already open.
Yeah, so I guess the next round starts now. Let's go back in!
Right you are. So, let me just close them.
Oh, okay, I guess that's fair.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 2 of the Ambidex game will be the Moon Round.
What? Was there a round based on another celestial body earlier that I wasn't aware of?
Moon cards will be required to open the gates.
Oh, wait a minute. The cards that we had before were sun cards, weren't they? I forgot they had a sun... Okay, so yeah, the last one was the sun round. This is the moon round. Moon cards? Does that mean we can't use these cards anymore since they've got suns on them?
Yes, indeedy.
So should I just throw it to the curb, or should I hold on to it just in case?
Now, you'll have to look for cards with moons on them.
So, how many times do we play the AB game?
I'm gonna guess 3 rounds. And that the round after the moon round is going to be the star round.
I don't know. As many times as you need to.
That's fair.
It's anybody's guess how long it'll go.
But I plan on keeping this party going until somebody opens the number 9 door.
So it's over when someone gets 9 BP.
or higher.
Nope. As long as that person doesn't open the number 9 door, the game goes on!
So technically speaking, let's say someone has 9 BP. Since they're secure, they could go, hey guys, I think I'm just gonna chill here while I wait for the rest of you to get up to 9 so that we could all leave together. If that was their prerogative.
Of course. You could also get stuck just below 9 BP, where every bunny just keeps going back and forth, winning and losing points. After all, if there's no bunny with 9 BP, the door can't open. If that happens, you'll just have to continue on to round 3, and round 4, and round 5. Round 100, round 2000, you might even go all the way up to round 24,9,004,897.
Okay, I don't think it would go that high. Eventually, we would just go, alright, we're all sick of this shit, aren't we? How about we just do a plan? Like, all of us will agree to hit a certain button. And then we'll just keep doing that until we all max out. We just keep doing ally, eventually we'll all get to the exact same points. That way everyone gets a set amount of points and we'll eventually get above the 9 threshold.
Although, I really, really hope it doesn't come to that.
Hey, can I ask you something?
I don't know. Can you?
There's there's rules about who can go into the secondary doors, right? Like, you have to have 3 people exactly.
Yeah? So?
Well, what about the number 9 door? Are the rules the same?
Nope. There aren't any rules about how many people can go through that door. It could be 1 person, or 2 people, or even all 9 of you.
Yeah, so let's just shoot for that. In the grand scheme of things, there is no reason to betray. I mean, I guess on the first round they hit betray because they weren't sure, they wanted to maximize their points. I get it. But now that we know the general rules and that everyone can get out, why don't we all just keep hitting ally until we all make it to that exact point? Or we could go, alright, look, you're at 1 BP right now, so I will hit ally and you can hit betray and you'll get some of my points. Once we get to a certain threshold where we're high enough where we can lose points without it mattering. There's so many easy ways to do this that no one has to step on anyone's toes and we can just negate any bullshittery. Unless they want someone to die and they're like, you know what, I want to kill that person specifically. Which that'll throw a monkey wrench into everything, but if you plan this strategically, we can just beat the shit out of this game.
There is one thing though, Siggy. All that stuff about how you have to have 3 people to go through the secondary chromatic doors, maybe it's not 100% true.
Excuse me? What? What do you mean?
Well, you can open the door with just 1 or 2 people if you want.
That's not what you told us.
Yeah, that means he was straight up lying?
I didn't want to make things complicated.
Then explain it now.
Just use the bracelets.
What? How?
There's a sort of scanner between the 2 doors. It checks to see if the right people are going through. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's scanning the people.
So, it's scanning the bracelets then?
Ding ding ding! As long as the scanner sees the right combination of bracelets, it doesn't matter how many people there are!
Okay, I think he's trying to incentivize us to murder someone for their bracelet. But wait, hold on a minute. Do these things even come off?
No, yes! They do indeed.
Then how do I take it off?
Well, there's 2 ways. The first is to get through the number 9 door and escape.
As soon as you're out, the bracelet unlocks all by itself.
What's the second way? Hey, Zero, wake up, will ya? What's the second way?
Oh, Theo. I think you already know.
What?
Do you really want to get rid of that bracelet?
Of course I do!
Oh, well, I see. It's easy. Nothing to it, really. You die.
Here's an exciting fact. Your heart creates a bunch of faint electrical impulses.
Clover, why were you so shocked? You were in the last nonary game. You should know damn well how the bracelets work. Granted, these are different, but it's basically the same concept.
You know what an electrocardiogram is, right?
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Technically, it's a machine that graphs the electric current flowing across the myocardium, but you probably know it as the thing in the hospital with the little light that goes beep, 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 beep. When someone dies on a TV show.
Right, yeah.
Anyway, the point is that you can detect the electricity that your heart makes by pumping blood. Your fancy little bracelets pick up on that. They're always watching. So, when that signal goes away...
The lock on the bracelet releases, right?
Yep. So there you go. The second way. Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off. Apart from that, there's no other way to get the bracelets off.
See, here's the thing. Going back to 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, I feel like there's more of an incentive to kill someone in that game than this game. Because in that game, you need a specific number to get the threshold for the doors. And if you don't have the person, you don't have to travel with that person, but you have the ability to go wherever the hell you feel like, depending on what bracelet you have. Because certain bracelets were like wildcard bracelets that could do whatever the fuck they felt like. I believe that was the number 9 and the 0 bracelet that were hidden. The 0 bracelet that was hidden somewhere. Anywho, in that game it makes sense, because you want to hit certain totals. If you don't want to be around a certain person, or if you hate a certain person, you can just murder that person, take their bracelet, and keep going on. In this game, there isn't really a reason to kill anyone for their bracelet. I mean, yeah, you could get in a room without that person, but if you are the only 2 people going in a room, you can't vote on the other person to be your ally or betray them, because then you can't get any BP off of them, so what the fuck is the point of murdering the person in the first place? Well, I mean, I guess you could still vote on a person that's not there. But if the bracelet can detect, oh, well, that person's at 0 BP, then it's gonna probably think, oh, well, that person's dead, so they can't really be voted on.
If you try something harebrained, like trying to break them or something, you'll be disobeying the rules. I don't think I need to remind you what happens when you do that. But if you're lucky, you might get to see a few of them come off during the next round. Ha ha! Oops. I guess it's not going to be very lucky for some of you, huh?
Next round.
Yep.
What do you mean?
Well, do I have to explain everything?
Yeah. Certain people don't know all the rules.
Somebody might die during the next round of the AB game. There. That's pretty clear, right?
Yeah. But, could you explain the how?
If I had to guess, I'd say it's going to be 10 mealdy or less. One or the other. Or...
it might be both of them.
Wait, what?
Why am I going to die?
I guess I can tell you why.
everyone whose VP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I'm pretty sure I already told you what the penalty is.
You did. You mean the needles in our bracelets are gonna activate? And we'll die?
Correct, Siggy. Full marks.
So, Vi had been right. But how had she known before Zero told us?